What's up, guys? All right, so we know that the Raw review has already
guys.
been. Yeah, we are guys. But there's.
What's up to us?
Well, no, I was saying it.
To them.
Yeah, them.
What about all the ladies? What's up, ladies?
What's up, ladies?
Guys
Don't
and
copy me.
gal. There's probably just like one girl.
Maybe. We know the Raw review has already gone up, but we want to take a moment. We need to review the weekend.
The better stuff.
Yeah, the epic weekend that WWE had. We had NXT Takeover and we had SummerSlam. So we're gonna start off
With the best stuff.
we're gonna
Saving the best for first.
Second.
Third?
yeah. Well, no, because we've already talked about Raw. So now,
Ooh.
Don't you remember all that Raw we talked
So
about?
now-
Just ignore the Raw. Just listen to NXT.
Just move on to the NXT. All right, so we're gonna start talking about NXT. August 22nd from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New
Yelling
York.
at me.
Because I want you to pay attention because we're talking about NXT.
So,
And we opened up.
with Tyler Breeze debuting his summer lineup,
Yeah, I like that. Like he just has this recurring theme. He's just gonna do a fashion show.
Yeah.
Every time they do Takeover, and this time all the girls had different like New York monument
And a
outfits.
taxi cab.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, there's-
Chunky girl gets a taxi
There's
cab.
lots of taxis in New York.
There
okay?
are. There are. Yeah,
So
with,
many.
with the Empire State Building, we had the Statue of Liberty.
Statue of the Library.
There was another one. I don't know exactly what.
If you're from New York, post in the comments.
Yeah.
Unrelated to what that's saying, just if you're from New York, post in the
Sears
comments.
Tower, is that in New York?
It's in Sears.
It's the Sears headquarters.
I think it's actually Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, there was another building.
Chicago, is
I don't
that
know what it
New York?
was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know what? There's a California and Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we found that out. Go back to the Indie News. You figured that out.
So-
No. Yeah, we started
I'm
off.
just all sorts of fucked up.
Tyler-
Geographically.
Tyler Breeze taking on Jushin Thunder Liger.
I was stoked for this match.
He's not from New York.
No,
Correct.
no, he's not.
I'm a Liger mark.
Unless there's a New York in Japan.
There might be.
New York, Japan? I don't think there is. No,
Post in the comments.
this was fun though. Like I loved. This is pretty much exactly what I thought we were gonna get.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the fact that we have Jushin Liger likes to just mess around in matches, and that's kind of his thing. And Tyler Breeze likes to take things so seriously in matches. It was just hilarious watching Liger just mess around with Breeze the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and the thing is here, is Jushin Liger's been wrestling for 30 years.
Yeah, long fucking time.
That's like twice as long as almost anybody in like WWE, with the
No.
exception of a handful of people.
None of us are 30,
Yeah,
I'm almost there,
but you're not.
but I'm not.
just take it there. He's been wrestling
longer than I've
any
been
of us
alive.
have been alive.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, right now, at this point in his career, it's just like, he's beyond the point where anything has to be super serious.
Yeah, and I think it was great because for weeks prior, Tyler was just constantly saying that he needs a match. He needs to show people what he can do at Takeover. And so William Regal gives him Jushin Liger, and Liger just fucks with it.
Yeah.
So many times, taking the selfie stick.
Yeah.
And
Copying his pose in the corner.
oh man, it was so much fun.
Which, with his short little legs, he had to get a
Yeah,
Yeah.
it took him an extra little hop to get up on the top rope. But even, I mean, the wrestling itself was great too because Liger, Liger with all that experience and with the fact that Tyler is a smaller guy, the two different surfboard stretches that they had, there was just all kinds of really great stuff in this match. What were your thoughts? Anything stand out specifically in the match to you?
Match was good. Nothing specific. Like it was just really good.
Yeah,
I
agree. I'm not going to argue.
I don't know. Even though I voted for him, I was surprised that Liger won.
Yeah, we voted for Tyler, and
Yeah.
I was surprised that Liger won.
You know, it's just what I was saying earlier about him having been wrestling for so long. It was just like, I figured that Liger would have given it to Breeze on the fact that, guess what, a win for Liger isn't going to do anything for Liger,
Yeah.
but a win for Breeze would have been a huge mark on Breeze's career.
For sure.
Same way as, to me, Sting didn't have to win his first match in WWE.
Yeah.
Because he's fucking Sting.
Yeah. The difference, obviously, being, especially after watching Raw, is that Sting wasn't a one-off. We're gonna see Sting wrestle again. Liger, I think, is probably a one-off, at least for the time being.
Unless there's a rematch.
In
December.
October.
December.
December's when they're going to England. October is the next takeover.
Okay, there's going to be a rematch in England, is what I'm saying.
Closer to Japan. Less
True.
flying.
True. Liger picking up the win with the Liger Bomb. I enjoyed the chemistry between the two. Then we had our tag team title match with the Vaudevillains with some new attire. They had the long coats and the
top hat.
Yeah.
The top hats. And Blake
really vaudevillain-is.
Blake and Murphy and Alexa rocking.
They had an Iron Man theme going.
Yeah, rocking the Iron Man gear. I dig it.
I was watching it over again earlier today, and I couldn't figure out what their outfits reminded me of, and I think you guys just figured it out for me.
Yeah, I was posting stuff on the Facebook page during, and that was the first thing. I was like, like at first I saw just the gold and red, and I was like, that looks a lot like. And then I saw the little pulsar circle, so I was like, that's fucking Iron Man. So
yeah, and interesting for maybe no apparent reason, the Vaudevillains were wearing blue. That might come up later.
And I'm glad their entrance was in black and white, because I was like, I'm so used to them having the dark gray or the dark green, and so when it came on, it was blue. I was like, oh well, I know who's coming out now.
Yeah, I mean, it was completely strange to see Aiden English wearing blue pants.
And blue pants was the answer for Alexa Bliss.
She asked, what color are those pants you're wearing, Aiden English?
Oh, blue pants. She seemed very excited to be there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's face it, she's not a permanent fixture on the NXT roster.
True.
And to be like, okay, hey, person who's not a permanent fixture, but we keep asking you back because you get over with the crowd because your name is Blue Pants.
Yeah. Come to our sold out show.
The biggest event that NXT has ever had.
Just to be at ringside and stop Alexa Bliss from fucking things up.
I'm wondering if she might, now that the three top divas have gone to the main roster, I wonder if she might be making more appearances.
Maybe, and she's been
just to help.
She's been super popular on the indies. She's been having a lot of indie dates. So will she officially sign with WWE? I'd like to see her officially signed.
I feel like if she does, she's gonna stay on NXT though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. She's just gonna be there to help the women of NXT move forward, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, she might be the next crop's Becky Lynch, because Becky didn't win the title. She just showed up.
Yeah.
And so maybe that'll be Blue Pants' thing, is she'll be there to enhance what's going on, but she won't necessarily have to have a title reign to really distinguish herself.
But you know what she enhanced during this match?
What?
The Vaudevillains' odds in winning
the
NXT Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, and they did so with the move that perhaps has the best name in all of wrestling.
The Whirling Dervish. Yeah, I loved. Yeah, the whole setup for the end was great.
Yeah.
Because you had Alexa get up and start talking trash, and then Blue Pants gets in. They do a little cat fight, and then I'm thinking, oh man, this is how they're gonna do it. Screwy finish, and Murphy goes for the roll up, but Gotch kicks out and is able to set up Murphy for the Whirling Dervish.
Yeah.
They had some great chemistry in that.
One of my favorite things I really enjoyed is Aiden English had one of them, I don't even remember which one, was an arm lock, and then he just yelled biceps.
I remember that.
He's like, biceps!
That was It was foreshadowing for Xavier Woods.
Yes.
That's
That's what's gonna happen with the vaudevillains get called up to the main roster. They're gonna
Bicep
feud
meat
with the
versus tricep meat.
yeah,
yeah, I
battle of the meat
really appreciate
meat battle.
how NXT tag team matches go, because there's a lot of interaction between all four men at all times. Like on the main roster, you get a tag team match, and it's like a lot of the time it's just like there's two singles matches going on,
Yeah, and then
or like four if you want to count every combination.
Yeah.
But it's like two guys wrestle, and then
It's-
two guys wrestle, and they just kind of
it's a one-on-one match that turns into a handicap match. It turns into a different one-on-one match.
Yeah. pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice. That's the one thing about NXT is we have so many great tag teams in NXT that I'm so excited to see these new tag teams get pushed up. Obviously, the Ascension was kind of a flop
Yeah.
because their promos kind of screwed them from the beginning. But there's so much more talent on its way up
Yeah.
that tag team wrestling is just going to get better over the course of the next year or two. But yeah, lots of great chemistry between these two teams. Super excited to see the Vaudevillains take the titles, and I'm excited to see where they go from here. And you know what? We'll jump ahead. We now know that they're going to do the Dusty Rhodes Classic, the Tag Team Classic.
That's
A tournament that's going to start on September 2nd episode of NXT, and the finals will be at TakeOver on October 7th. So that's
It's
awesome.
like a month-long tag team tournament.
I am so okay with that.
And you gotta think too. I mean, there's so many tag teams they have right now.
Yeah.
Blake and Murphy, the Mechanics, the Hype Bros, Cass Enzo, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable,
Yeah.
Angelo Dawkins and Sawyer Fulton.
Yeah, and this is going to be good to get even more people noticed because you got to think people like Breeze and Balor and Joe and people up in that area are probably going to move up to the main roster within the next 6 months or so. So even if it is just putting new guys up to get squashed in this tag team tournament, if there are squash matches, you're going to get more people on TV. Setting up the next wave of guys to come up, and I'm totally down for it. I love tournaments.
I'm going to predict one of the teams at least is going to be somebody from the main roster to come down.
Yeah, because
To
it's
involve
gonna be the Dudley Boys.
That would be cool. I want to say the Ascension though.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Ascension come back just to prove.
That idea is just funny to me, though.
Well, it's to
No, I see it happening. It's funny to me. Just the career path of the Ascension it's one big joke to me.
It's true. Well, I mean that they're like classic, like what we say about like Zack Ryder going down to NXT. It's like it's a good thing for him because he can dominate down there. That's where the Ascension can actually do things.
Yeah.
Is they're dominant in NXT. They're not dominant. on the
Maybe
main
it's
roster.
just gonna be the New Day, and we'll get the bicep meat versus tricep meat early.
Hey, I'm okay with that. All
I
right.
would not-
That's why.
I would not complain.
That's why the New Day is gonna come down. It's because they were watching Takeover.
Bice. It's all about the tricep, that son of a bitch. And then we'll talk about the other.
Xavier Woods and his damn trombone.
We'll talk about the other announcement that in December we were just talking about it. NXT is going to be taking over the UK. They're going to be, I believe it's December 10th to the 16th. Going to be doing some shows over there, so that's awesome for all the NXT guys. We'll probably get an NXT from London or something.
I would
Yeah.
be surprised if they do a takeover from London.
Yeah, it will be 2 months after the upcoming takeover. So, yeah,
Spooky takeover. I was gonna say it's called Takeover Spooky because it's in October.
yeah.
No, it's gonna be Pumpkin Spice Takeover.
Oh, God, no. Then we had the debut of Apollo Crews taking on Ty Dillinger, the
This
Perfect
match
10.
Lasted a lot longer than I expected.
Yes, I was not expecting it to go as long as it did, just
Well,
because it was.
Come on, do you think he's gonna squash the Perfect 10?
Yes.
Sorry, Ty. I'm
But
sticking up for
I love Ty Dillinger. I think he's great, but I didn't expect him.
I was so sticking up for you that I predicted that you were gonna be his opponent anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad that Wikipedia told us the day after that we predicted who was gonna go against
Wikipedia
him.
told me. Because you tried Wikipedia the night
Yeah,
before.
Wikipedia didn't tell me shit. Apollo Crews, holy shit! Like,
Yeah.
I kind of knew what he was capable of because I've seen a match of his from PWG, but that's about it. To actually see him in action in a WWE ring, just immediately changing the game as far as guys his size go.
I liked the fact that he did the Neville spot, flipping from one corner to the other.
Yeah, and that was the best part is that you had Ty Dillinger has the crowd with the whole 10 thing, and as soon as he did that backflip, he went 10, and the crowd started doing it, and Ty's like, no, that was not a 10, that was not a 10. He's just freaking out. It was such a good moment for both of them because even though Ty was over with the crowd, fucking Apollo just topped him right there with this jacked, muscly dude doing flips and all kinds of stuff, and Ty is just, well, shit. Now what do I do?
Lose. That's what you do.
He did lose. Lost to a standing moonsault. I was actually expecting him to do the standing shooting star afterwards.
Yeah, well, I mean, the gorilla press it's an assault on the torso.
Yeah, and I saw a few comments going, oh, what, he just lost to a moonsault, but that's a heavy dude to be doing a moonsault, especially after being dropped from that gorilla press. That's gonna hurt like hell.
I mean, here's the thing. You got to look at this guy because you're bringing in a hybrid wrestler that's basically as agile as anybody else on the NXT roster and probably rivals the strength of Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not something to mess with.
He's a tiny Bobby Lashley with a Devon Dudley face.
He's what Bobby Lashley wishes he was.
Yes, exactly.
Like what Bobby Lashley wants to be when he grows up.
So a good showing for Apollo Crews. I'm
Very
excited
good
to see more from him. His entrance was great where he kept pointing at all
Yeah.
the logos.
That's
me!
That's what I loved. He seemed so surprised.
I think he's been Uhaa Nation for so long that he's constantly like, Apollo Crews. Oh, that's me! That's like everything's reminding him that he's Apollo Crews. And he's like, that's right, I'm not Uhaa anymore. So it's just a constant reminder.
And it's one of those things too. It's just goes to show you, like, he's been wrestling for a while now, and everyone's goal, not everyone, but most people's goal is to get to WWE at some point in their career. And some people just have to have that moment of realization that they don't realize. They don't, they feel like they're dreaming or something until that very moment when he comes out and realizes, holy crap, this is really happening. I'm debuting, and not only am I debuting, it's the biggest event NXT's ever had, and it's on my birthday.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Apollo Crews.
Good birthday present.
Definitely. Then we moved on to Baron Corbin taking on Samoa Joe. This was probably the weakest match, I think, on the card. Not to say it was bad, because it was good to see Baron Corbin have someone as strong, if not stronger, than he was.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was maybe expecting more.
I think it's common to expect more from a match involving Samoa Joe.
True.
Because Samoa Joe, has been part of, in TNA, a lot of the TNA Match of the Year matches, both of the triple threat matches with Styles and Daniels.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of different, huge high-profile things in TNA. He really hasn't had that one big, standout, super awesome match on NXT yet. So we're just kind of waiting for that to happen, and every opportunity he comes out, and he's going to wrestle Kevin Owens, he's going to wrestle Baron Corbin. We keep expecting, he's going to come out with one of these super duper awesome matches. But they're saving it.
Yeah.
He's saving it. What I think this was another time for Corbin to show he's got new stuff.
Yeah.
He had the heel hook. He had the double choke bomb thing. He's got more moves that he can rely on to move forward and wrestle the normal like upper card guys on NXT and blend in with them now.
Yeah. I did appreciate the finish to this match. I liked
awesome.
The finish was great with both of them constantly reversing, and then with the double choke bomb, and then Joe kicking out of it and immediately flipping into the Nikita clutch was a great finish. The match itself was a very standard big man, beat the crap out of each other kind of match with a few little spots, but that finish was perfect, and that really sold me on the match itself. A win for Joe. Corbin, we'll have to see what's in store for him next. But then we move on. Holy shit. We move on to the Women's Championship match. Bayley looking to take the championship from Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
My God.
Something
ladies.
I usually don't say. Good video package.
Yes.
Going into this match.
Yeah. Very emotional on the part of Bayley because she is known as one of the four horsewomen of NXT, and the fact that
you're gonna say four whores.
No. I love the progression of like, oh yeah, Bayley's so awesome, but oh, there's Charlotte on the main roster, and Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks, and then that moment you see Bayley fade from that picture is just...
Well, and it showed like how all of these girls on their time in NXT, I guess except Sasha, but Charlotte and Becky were both like friends with Bayley at one point and turned on her.
Yeah. It helped build a story that was already good.
Yeah.
It just added to, just what Bayley needed from this match. And oh my God.
Yeah, this match, I've never seen Bayley better than in this match.
Even Sasha, Sasha, we've seen her do great things, and it's amazing that she can just keep coming back and having these amazing moments with different women every single time.
Sasha is a good all-around person.
Yes.
Yeah.
She doesn't have, in my opinion, she doesn't have any one thing that she's the best at.
Yeah,
she's just really good at adapting to her surroundings.
Yeah, and in this one, she was a lot more of a loudmouth. She was a lot more just trying to run Bayley down, and a lot of really
wrestling,
getting kicked in the face.
That was one of my favorite parts of the match. It was great, and this is also really cool for Bayley too, because she's coming off the heels of she had that super awesome match with Charlotte.
Yeah.
Which was like, oh, that was awesome, and then she had the match the next week with Becky, and I felt that match really kind of lacked. And that made me, and I was like, well, now I'm not quite as sold on the TakeOver match because I don't know. And then this match was just like,
no,
explosions.
These two girls went out there and completely tore the house down.
Yeah, I loved the.
There's no house left.
Yeah, the springboard, I don't know, elbow drop she did with.
Sasha she had on the tree of woe. That was a great spot. Also, the intensity of Bayley, because immediately we had them cat fight rolling around, just trying to beat the crap out of each other. And when Sasha went over and rammed her head into the turnbuckle, and she just kept shaking off, going, "No,
she's gonna Hulk up."
Yeah, and she did it 3 times, and then she just hauled off on Sasha.
Yeah,
and it was so cool to see this, the vicious side of Bayley, showing her extremely competitive side.
Yeah.
And that she wasn't gonna let, all these things that Sasha's been saying weigh her down, because she fucking killed it. These girls, this was by far the best match on the show.
How about this one? 'Cause I know you freaked out. Oh, when Bayley didn't get to hit the Bayley Rana and almost spiked herself.
Oh my God!
That
that scared me.
Yeah, I thought Bayley died.
I watched Takeover. No, never mind.
You didn't watch Takeover.
I did, but yeah, no, I watched it at one time, and then I came over here and we watched just that match.
Right. Yeah. We watched. Yeah.
And
we watched.
getting to see your reaction when
Yeah.
she does that, even though it was the second time you'd seen it.
It was the third time I'd seen
Third
it.
time.
Because the night Takeover was on, I watched it, and then they replayed it, and I watched it again. Because it was fucking Takeover.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. Yeah, no, it was just, that moment was so scary, because I knew what they were going for, and I was like, okay, cool, this is a big woman spot. And then, like, it almost looked like they screwed up.
Are you saying one of them's a big woman?
Together, they're a big woman.
Well, Bailey's got that ghetto booty, so
She does.
so, you know, just the way she fell, like it looked like a screw up, but then when they showed the replay, I saw that it was a block,
Yeah.
and that Sasha actually shoved her off, and I was like, that was fucking terrifying. But then she gets her redemption, and she hits the reverse Rana
Yes.
off the top rope, and then hits the belly to Bailey. And
For the second time.
For the second time, and she wins the NXT Women's Championship
And then they have a curtain call.
because the NWO was sitting at ringside.
Yeah.
No, the click.
Whatever.
The NW click.
I didn't see a Shawn Michaels or Triple H.
Triple H was in the backstage. 'Cause he had that whole
He was
promo
clearly
beforehand.
there.
I didn't see Shawn Michaels.
Sean's hunting.
He was there via satellite in the back.
He was watching on the network, bro.
Sure.
He gets the family discount.
I teared up during the whole curtain call thing
Yeah.
because that was just, it was so cool. It's always cool when, you know, especially these girls who are completely kicking the doors down as far as the WWE Women's Division goes.
Yeah.
Like, when they get to have those moments and just show that not only are they competitive, but they're very good friends.
Yeah.
You get, like, even though Sasha had been running Bailey down, you still saw them hug. There was
Yeah.
the group hug. Then there was, you know, all of them holding up the floor. It was just such an awesome moment.
Yeah.
And I teared up a little bit. It was
Yeah, well,
a very
I mean, these
cool
four
moment.
specifically have really built the NXT Women's Division.
Yeah, they were the revolutionaries.
Yeah.
They are what started the idea that, hey, we need more of this in the women's wrestling,
I mean,
in WWE
yeah,
specifically.
because I mean, we can give a lot of credit to Paige for also helping out because she was one of the first best out of them all.
Yes.
But she got called up. But it wasn't until after she got called up that they really started taking off because that's when the network really started catching on and everyone started watching, and these four were the centerpiece of that
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah, it all started with that, I want to say, like, the Fatal 4-Way match
Yeah.
that they had
yeah,
with the four of them, you know, and what had happened, it was just one match that blew everyone's expectations, like, out of orbit.
yeah. Because I mean, we'd already seen classics between Charlotte and Sasha, but then, you know, Becky was so new, and we hadn't really seen a breakout from Bailey, and having all four of them just
Yeah.
blow everybody's minds on during that one match. It started a revolution, and now we're getting some of the best women's wrestling we've gotten in a long
Yeah.
time. And so, thank you, ladies, for an amazing match. Then we moved on to some brutality
Yeah.
because Kevin Owens and Finn Balor had a ladder match.
Finn Balor kept teleporting during his entrance.
I liked that. I thought that was cool. It was like the first time, like when, like, I don't know if it was actually him, but they show a Finn Balor crawling out, and like he got up really high, and I was like, he's just kind of like showing himself off. Like, what was that? But then all of a sudden, like the spotlight comes up, and one pops up, one over there, and I was like, that was a cool usage of that space that they had for the entrance.
Teleporting all over the place. Maybe they didn't get any doubles. Maybe he was just crawling really fast under the smoke.
He was like, "La."
I would prefer to believe that than actually there being 4 other guys painted up like Finn Balor.
Hey, they all looked like Finn Balor from afar, so the TV magic worked.
I thought it was all right. I was really hoping for something more because of Finn Balor. Kind of hyped it up a tiny bit. That the Demon was going to get a renaissance. So I was expecting something.
No, he went to a Renaissance fair afterward.
Oh, alright.
After he retained, he went to it was a really late night Renaissance fair.
Yes.
No. So many big spots in this match.
Yeah.
Especially for Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I want to know if his back got cut after he landed on the fucking
Either
sport bar,
either
whatever it was.
Yeah.
Hinge?
Yeah.
Either that or hell, when he fell off the top of the ladder.
I forgot that the second ladder was there.
Did you just think he was gonna fall?
Yeah.
And just crumble, but then it's like, oh shit, there's a ladder there.
The one thing I'm going to say is I don't think, and this is, we're talking about the end of the match, basically, where Owens fell and the ladder was on the bottom turnbuckle.
Yeah.
I don't think Owens anticipated how much spring the bottom turnbuckle was going to give the ladder, because he whiplashed when he hit the ladder hard.
Yeah, and you and I were talking about it during SummerSlam that his ribs probably hurt like hell because he got like 3 double stomps.
Yeah, he got a Finn Balor just standing up double stomp, and then a double stomp off the top rope, then a double stomp off almost the top of the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which the only thing that would have made the double stomp off the ladder cooler is if he grabbed the belt on the way down.
I was sitting here going, are you going to grab the title and then hit him with the coup de grace? Because that would be fucking awesome.
I just wanted him to jump and then as he was coming down, grab the belt and then...
I was... Because he was like... He kept trying to reach it, and it was just out of reach it, and then he went... Like, he
I'm
could
gonna make his day really bad.
He couldn't make up his mind, so I was just hoping that he'd do both at the same time. I mean, this was another thing that I really liked about this match is that they didn't go straight for the ladder.
Yeah.
There was a lot of trying to put the other person down first.
Yeah.
And then like Owens kept trying to go for the ladder, and Finn kept dragging him back in and just continuing to try and weaken him down so he could go get the ladder. So I liked that they didn't rely on the ladder for the first good 5 or 6 minutes of the match, and then it was just crazy. All kinds of just vicious shots with that ladder.
They definitely didn't overuse ladder spots, which I thought was good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times when you get these ladder matches, it's like...
spot fest.
Yeah, like, we'll just do a bigger ladder spot, and then a bigger ladder spot, and then a bigger ladder spot, and then one of us is going to win.
Yeah.
This time they're like, no, let's go out and wrestle, and then there will be a ladder, and we'll use it sometimes.
Yeah. Sure. Maybe.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Yeah. But yeah, Finn Balor retaining in grand fashion, hitting the coup de grace from the top of the ladder, moving the ladder back.
Razor Ramon probably had some bad flashbacks during this match.
Yeah. He's like,
the one that got me was when he went for the cannonball.
Oh yeah.
And Finn moved out of the way, and he ended up completely on his head.
Yeah. Needless to say, I give a lot of props to Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Because after that match, and then knocking it out with Cesaro at SummerSlam, and then being in that 8-man tag match on Raw, like, he had a very busy couple of days.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he fucking brought it in every single match he was in.
A little busy bee.
Yeah, so good on you, Owens.
Buzz.
Congratulations to Finn Balor for retaining the NXT Championship. Congratulations to everyone at NXT because you guys fucking killed it again. Yeah. And you made the guys at SummerSlam have to fucking work. 2 of you were at SummerSlam, so
yeah,
even more props to you. So speaking of that, we're going to finish.
Only 2 of them were at SummerSlam?
2 people involved in TakeOver. Right?
In matches.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of them were at SummerSlam.
Well, because I was counting Charlotte and Becky because they were involved in the whole thing. So in my mind, they were included in that.
No, I meant specifically wrestling at TakeOver. It was just Sasha and Owens. So we're gonna finish up this NXT Takeover review, and we're gonna be moving on to a SummerSlam review. So be sure to like, favorite, subscribe.
Who won our points game?
Oh, for Takeover specifically,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
we had Mr. Thomas Wolf with 6, and me and Kevin Hawk tying with 5. He got the extra 5th point because he called Ty Dillinger 24 hours before Wikipedia announced it.
So technically, it was Triple H that announced it via Twitter
Oh, okay.
with the cool little poster pictures.
Right. So yeah. So
And somebody quickly.
yeah.
Updated
Congratulations,
Wikipedia.
Thomas
Yeah.
Wolf, getting 6 out of 6. Good for you.
You got them all.
Yeah. So be sure to check out the playlist. We got the Raw review before this, and we got SummerSlam review coming up next. Click all them links, like, favorite, subscribe, and we'll see you at the SummerSlam review.